what's going on? You're tuned into the On The Beat podcast. Make sure you follow us on IG at onthebeat.podcast. This is your boy Supa Mario, and you're tuned in to the On The Beat podcast. Let's go. Yeah, you on the beat, talking on the beat, learning on the beat, watching on the beat. Get your skills up, won't you listen up? Yeah, you tuned in live, yeah, you on the beat. The beat podcast. On the beat podcast. On the beat podcast. On the beat podcast. Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Supa Mario. You're tuned into the On The Beat podcast. I have a very special guest with me tonight. I have Miss Courtney Bonds. How are you doing, Miss Courtney Bonds?
I'm doing well. How are you? Hello.
All right, cool deal. Appreciate you coming on and, talking with, On The Beat podcast and, just taking out time, I know the presidential debate going on tonight, but hey, we ain't worried about all that and stuff like that. We want to let the people know who you are. So Miss Courtney Bonds, for the people that do not know who you are, go ahead and let them know, give them a little bit, who you are.
So I'm Courtney Bonds. I am a singer-songwriter from Houston, Texas. I've been singing since I was about 4 years old, and that is definitely my passion and what I want to take all the way to the top. So yeah, I do R&B, but I also do a little bit of neo soul, a little bit of gospel. So yeah, I'm in that kind of tri-genre.
All right, cool deal. Yes. And guys, if you do not know who Miss Courtney Bonds is, man, I'm gonna tell you something. You're in for a treat. She has a lovely voice, and she reminds me of a kind of like a 90s era singer or whatnot. She definitely has that appeal to it, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that as well. But we want to get to know Miss Courtney Bonds first. So Miss Courtney, man, you ready to get into this?
I'm ready.
All right, cool deal. So Miss Courtney, what and when made you want to become a singer and pursue your career in the music industry? What was that defining moment?
Yeah, that defining moment was when I realized that I could sing along to Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You." Okay. And I was a very young child, and I was literally singing along. I remember it like bright as day. And I said to myself, man, I think I can sing along with this lady. And I think this lady sounds really good. So that was like the moment where I was like, I really want to sing. And I think maybe around when I was 7 is when I really solidified in my head. I'm like, I am going to be a singer. I can do this thing. I think I can really, really take this somewhere. So yeah, that was the defining moment for me.
Awesome, man. Yeah. It's kind of like, when you hear somebody like that, a legend, and rest in peace to the late great Whitney Houston and stuff like that, they really kind of like inspire us, and that stick with us to the core, until, we get to the point where we want to, become better in our careers or whatnot. So for you to say Whitney Houston, I know people, hey, that tells a lot about her skill set as a singer and stuff like that. So you a little bit, you describe, your style of music in your introduction. Can you go in a little bit of detail about that? Like, and kind of like just for the folks, just to get a glimpse of your style of music when they hear your feature single when we talk about that.
Yeah. So actually for some time, I was a little bit unsure about exactly which genre or which niche I wanted to go into. So right now I'm doing different types and trying different types of music, whether that's kind of like a techno R&B sound. I know that sounds a little crazy, but that's kind of the sound right now, this 80s, The Weeknd, do, all those synthesizer sounds,
Yeah.
And then, but I have a voice, like I agree with what you described, this kind of 90s R&B kind of voice. But then sometimes I like to throw in things that are more to the likes of her and LMI or LMA. I always say her name wrong, but I love her. But I have a wide breadth of songs that I like to sing and genres that I like to do. So it can go from Beyonce to Ella to John to Alicia. So it's kind of all in that huge umbrella.
Yeah, definitely. And when you let me ask you a question. So is it important to have a set niche of style of music as a R&B singer of yourself? Is it you have to have a set thing, or is it okay to try different things or whatnot as a R&B singer?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you have to stick to maybe one thing at a time, but never be afraid to try a bunch of different other things. I mean, no artist got anywhere, by staying within the box. So I think it's important to delve out. And I think David Bowie said one time, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said something along the lines of, when you're creating something, go far enough into the water to where your feet are barely touching the ground. That's how you know you've made something.
Okay, man. She's spitting them quotes out, boy. Watch out now. That's what's up. Now, Miss Courtney, you sent me over your EPK and everything like that, and you mentioned that you grew up actually almost kind of like, and I'm not exactly sure if this is right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of grew up borderline in the music industry with your parents. You was in a group with your parents. Kind of explain to us that experience, singing with your parents and, performing around the Houston area at that particular time. What did you gain out of that experience?
Oh my gosh. I think that was a tremendous thing for me to not only see them sing, but in them acknowledging my talent so much so that we were singing as a trio. That meant a lot to me emotionally, mentally, and we would sing around town at different events. We sang for Mayor Brown at one point. It was a lovely, 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 lovely experience. And my parents were both singers on the praise team at some big churches here. So, you got your choir singers, and but you got the front people that sing at the front. And they were the front folks, and they did solos. So, they really have voices, just beautiful voices, both of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. You had something to look up to, not only a famous figure, but you have your parents, and a trusted group of people, far as your parents is concerned and whatnot. That's someone that you can trust and you can get genuine experience and advice from and stuff like that. So, hey, man, salute to you on that one. For real. We're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to come to the present day, 2020. Oh, good old 2020, man. Let's talk about this, man. Now, I went back and I checked your artistry out and everything. Everything is clean, cut, and precise. I like your presentation. But my question for you, and this is going to be $1 million question, and this is the first time I asked the question. I had females on the show, but as things progress or transcended through 2020 until this point right now, what is your take on women in the music industry here at this current moment, October 2020? What's your take on the women in the music industry? And I hope you understand where I'm kind of going with this, because it's almost like, if you're a woman, especially a singer or some type of performer in the music industry, you have to be a certain way or whatnot. And it seems like the music industry people that's up there is strong arming, the image, so to speak, if you feel what I'm saying. What's your take on that, and what you think that needs to change?
I think that we are at a point in music where women have been forced to take back our power. We have just been forced to. And I know that there are powers that be that say you have to look a certain way and be a certain way, but some of these women are really taking charge of that and taking it to their advantage in the best way. So my take on it, I think that whatever a woman wants to do or whatever she agrees to do is really, really empowering, to be really honest with you. So I stand with whatever these artists want to do. I don't agree with any of the women being pressured into doing things that they don't want to do, or exposing things they don't want to expose, or acting the way that they don't want to act. I don't agree with that. And I also don't agree with any type of narrative that pushes Black people toward negative stereotypes. I don't agree with that. Okay. But anything that is empowering women, I agree with.
Okay, cool. And I agree with you on that. You know, we as, you know, we us Black folks, we have to understand that we have to understand how to use our platforms in a more of a responsible way, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's why I asked that question. You know, it seems like it's a lost art, you know, and we can use our platforms in any other way but something positive. And that gets viewed crazy, but true. It gets viewed on as that person's whack. I want the negative, give me the negative and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, agree with you on that. We have to use that as some type of positive empowerment or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So that's a very good answer. And I appreciate you answering that, because I know that's a kind of difficult question. But, you know, it's always intriguing to hear what a woman has to say about that, especially on one that's in this music industry doing her thing or whatnot. So what I want to talk about is going to kind of like, you know, segue into my next question is, your image is so clean. You know, your look is classy, it's devious, or whatnot. Your presentation is awesome. Folks, if you don't understand, man, you just got to go check her out, man. Check out her Instagram. She's going to put that information out here pretty soon. I went to your website. I mean, your website is awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's laid out perfect and everything like that. Your pictures are on point. Like, just everything is just clean. You know what I'm saying? How hard is it to maintain that level of quality for your image and your look for your artist persona or whatnot? If I answer that question correctly.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's very difficult. It's very difficult to do so. It takes a tremendous amount of time, a tremendous amount of planning, and a tremendous amount of decision making. So I do have 2 people on my team that I work with, but I also understand that I'm still, you know, the leader and the captain of the ship. So all of these hard decisions I still have to make, and aesthetic wise and all of this stuff. So it's really taken me a long time to think about myself as a brand, and then going to learning more about that branding and the consistency across the board. So, I mean, God is really, really blessing me, like you said, with the website and my YouTube and all of that stuff. It's all like coming together, and I get good feedback like from you and a lot of other folks about how nice things look. So I'm happy about that.
Awesome. Hey, man, you got to give credit where credit needs to be given. You know what I'm saying? And you and your team is doing a phenomenal job on that particular image. Y'all keep that up or whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? I like your word choice when you said decisions. Sometimes a bad decision can really lead you down the wrong highway, or on the other side going the wrong way. You feel me? So I mean, that's smarts and stuff like that when it came to that, man. So shout out to you and your team. Now we're going to talk about that music you got, girl. Yours, you know what I'm saying? Yours, I heard the song, the beat, when it comes on, it catches you. And you haven't even started singing yet or whatnot. Whoever produced that track, let me tell you something. They did an awesome job with capturing the listener's attention ASAP. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a ethnic, you know what I'm saying, Euro type of sound to it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not American sound when the beat first come on. You know, it definitely puts you in another ethnic type of listening scape, so to speak. Yeah. And then when you put your lyrics and you start singing and whatnot, everything gels together. And it was just like a perfect marriage of music composition and then the performer. So kind of like talk to us about yours. Let us know what was the concept behind the record, and what made you what made you give you the motivation to talk about yours? Because it's kind of like the title opens up the mindset. It's like, yours. Let me see what you're talking about. So kind of explain a little bit about the record.
Yeah. So first of all, I picked that record because I love that sound that captures you at the front, but I also love that it went somewhere within the music itself. Like if you listen to the whole song, it actually takes you on a journey, to be honest.
Right about that.
So yours was about a guy I was dating, and it's about those butterfly moments that I was getting when I first started dating him. I was like, oh, okay. Like I like this guy more than I like these other guys that have interest in me. And so I started writing this song, and I'm like, I think people will relate to when you're first meeting somebody and when you're first like, oh man, we're like clicking. We're having that thing that I haven't had for a while with all of these other people that I'm dating. So it's really just me kind of writing this ode, so to speak, to him and saying, look, I know this is where we are, and I know that you feel that there is something real here. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of yours. Let you know. Yeah, so that's how that came about. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, and I checked out the video too, and yeah, I like the video. It definitely has it has that 90s vibe to it, or whatnot. And I definitely like how you and your videographer put everything together for us, the scenes and stuff like that. It definitely represents the song. So salute to you guys as well. People, look, if you want to check out yours, it's on Spotify. Okay, if you have Spotify. Matter of fact, it's on all digital streaming platforms. But specifically on Spotify, if you guys want to check it out, I'm not, and I want to explain this to my listeners, Courtney. So YouTube and all these other content things on internet, they're really getting really crazy about the music. So I'm starting to discard the song breaks that I normally do on the Beat podcast. So for you guys that want to check out the song, definitely we're gonna go and spit out her information for us where you can get the song. But you can definitely go on the Beat podcast playlist on Spotify, and you can definitely check out Miss Courtney Bonds' song right there. Yours, it's there right now. All you have to do is just go to Spotify, look up On The Beat podcast, Spotify playlist, and you'll see that song there. And Courtney, let the people know where they can find your music at right now on all digital streaming platforms.
On all platforms, you can find me under Courtney Bonds, Bonds, and on all social, you can find me under Love Courtney Bonds, LOVE Courtney Bonds. So yeah, reach out to me. I'm happy to talk. So yeah, man. And I'm telling you guys, you're gonna be in a treat with that one right there. And you also have a video. Let the people know where they can find that video at. Yeah, you can find the Yours video on YouTube, Love Courtney Bonds, or just put in Courtney Bonds. I'm sure that it'll pop up. But again, Yours, Love Courtney Bonds is right there. Please take a moment to take a look. We all work really, really hard on making a project that is what I believe to be phenomenal. So please take some time to look. I really, really would appreciate it. And I'm sure my team would as well.
Yes, and folks, we'll have that information in the description as well on YouTube's Spreaker.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and also Spotify. If you follow and subscribe to this podcast, just follow the description and you'll find her information. I'll make sure I put everything in there, whatnot. So, Ms. Courtney Bonds, I appreciate you coming on the Beat podcast and chopping it up with your boy, Supa Mario. Let's talk about any type of new material or any future releases that you're working on right now. Let us know, what you got set to release out in the future, or what you're working on currently.
Yeah, I'm working on an EP right now that I don't have a set date yet for it to come out, but I'm working on an EP. I definitely want to keep this momentum coming, so it's going to be coming sooner rather than later. Okay, to you guys before the end of 2020 for sure. It's going to be out. So I'm super, super excited because I know that it's going to be music that people are going to like. And that's not me speaking arrogantly. That's me speaking confidently about my heart.
Hey, it ain't nothing. Hey, you ain't talking air, you're talking with confidence. And that's definitely what you need as an artist. You need to be confident and stuff like that. That definitely helps. Hey, look, again, Ms. Bonds, I appreciate you coming, talking with Supa Mario on the Beat podcast. Let the people know again where they can follow you at on social media. Kick out your IG, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got. Go ahead. You got the floor. Go ahead.
You can find me on IG, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, under Love Courtney Bonds, LOVE Courtney Bonds. You can find me on SoundCloud as well, and on YouTube, where I'm going to be uploading videos every Thursday. So please come check that out. Love Courtney Bonds again.
All righty. Yeah, folks, make sure you go follow her on Instagram. I think that's the place you're most active at on Instagram, right?
For sure.
Yeah. IG at Love Courtney Bonds, all one word, you know what I'm saying? Go follow her, you know what I'm saying? Check out everything she's got going on. Make sure you go to YouTube, check out that video, hit the like button, and, you know what I'm saying? I'll include her Linktree link in the description again. That way you guys can get all access to all of her social media handles and support this lovely young lady, Miss Courtney Bonds. I appreciate you coming on to the On The Beat podcast, chopping it up with your boy. Matter of fact, hold up, wait a minute. I forgot about something. Yeah, I'm sitting up here, I'm working with the Music Soul Live Showcase, and I stumbled up on you. You're on the Music Soul Live Showcase. You're a showcase contestant. You know what I'm saying, folks?
I am.
Let me go ahead and put a little promo up in here or whatnot. She's a contestant for the second annual Music Soul Live Showcase, which is coming up December 19th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, streaming live on Instagram and Facebook. She is one of the contestants. So you guys make sure you follow Music Soul Live Showcase on Instagram at Music Soul Live Showcase, all one word. And stay up to date to, you know, all the updates and everything like that. You can also follow Music Soul Live Showcase on Facebook as well, Music Soul Live Showcase. That simple. Miss Courtney Bonds, she's one of the contestants again, and her and 9 other contestants as well. And they're gonna have some promo material coming out. It's gonna be a live event, streaming live. Unfortunately, you know, because of COVID and everything like that, we got to do it virtually. But you know, it's still a good platform because they're not gonna just be performing for folks in Houston. This is gonna be a global thing or whatnot. So anyone with the link or following Music Soul Live Showcase would definitely have a chance to tune into all of those 10 contestants. So shout out to all of those 10 contestants for the second annual Music Soul Live Showcase. Make sure you go follow Music Soul Live Showcase on Instagram at Music Soul Live Showcase. Miss Courtney Bonds, I had to throw that up in there just to get you a little promo.
That was good. I like that.
All right, cool deal. Again, we're going to go ahead and end out the podcast. I appreciate you coming on, talking again with On The Beat podcast. You guys make sure you go follow Miss Courtney Bonds on everything at Love Courtney Bonds, all one word. We're going to be up out of here. Go ahead, chuck them deuces up, Miss Courtney.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you for listening.
All right, we're going to be up out of here. People, thank you for tuning in to the On The Beat podcast.